If you're on the fence about ordering a certain scan tool, I highly recommend this MUCAR scan tool, CDE900. I will put the link in the description. Highly recommend it. It's a really powerful scan tool for the price. You can't really beat it. Thanks for watching today's video. I'm a used car technician. I recondition used cars to be resold, various makes and models, not just one brand. And today I have this Nissan Xterra. It's got multiple warning lights on it. It's got service engine soon. It's got an airbag light. It's got some issues, and I'm going to use this as a good test to try out this scan tool by MUCAR. I believe that's how it's pronounced, MUCAR. It's a pretty new, affordable scan tool. It just hit the market. I want to say with it unlocked, and I'll show you what I mean by that. It's about $99.99. And let me talk about it real quick and some other scan tools. Your cheaper scan tools, they can only read check engine light codes, not other modules like airbag, ABS, transmission. There's basically, with your more modern cars, every system has its own module or computer, and your basic scan tool can't read these extra modules. Like on your newer BMWs, Mercedes, shoot, you could have 20 plus modules. But anyway, so this scan tool, it does have the ability to read multiple modules. I believe in total it does engine, transmission, airbag, ABS, at minimum. It might do more than that, but it's hard to find a scan tool that does all that for this price. And it also reads live stream data, which is very important for diagnosing cars. And right when you plug it in right away, if you're a tech like me and you do a repair on a vehicle that had a check engine light, you want to clear it, and then you have to, what's called a drive cycle. You drive it, get all the monitors flipped over to ready mode, so it's ready to pass state inspection. And it's really convenient with this scan tool is when you plug it in, the first thing it does is connects to the vehicle and displays the monitors that are ready to go. So basically you plug it up, you drive around, and you flip the monitors ready one by one just by completing the drive cycle. Every make and model has a different drive cycle, but it's really convenient that that's the first thing it displays, because that's really one of the main things I hook up a scan tool for, is, you know, to make a repair, to clear the code, and then drive it to make sure that it goes through the ready monitors and the code does not come back. Here is our dash. It's lit up like a Christmas tree, as they say. Let's go ahead and dig into that service engine soon lights first with our affordable MUCAR scan tool here. First thing I'm going to do is connect it. I'm going to do this in live timing, so you can see like how long it takes for this thing to wake up and process and think. And it is pretty quick. I like how quick it responds. Some menus it has to think a little bit, but it's just normal for a scan tool. So right now I'm finding the OBD plug under the dash. This Nissan is right here. Oh, right away it turns on. Oh, and another neat feature is it charges from the OBD port. Not every scanner will take a charge from the OBD port, and this one does, which is really awesome. And oh, another feature, so I've used a lot of scan tools and some kind of stand out from others. Right away it displays the voltage it's reading from the OBD ports. So right away you can have an indication of your alternator output. So 13.4, 13.5 volts right away without even actually connecting to the vehicle, like reading any modules or computers. Right off the bat I can tell that my alternator is good if I, you know, maybe had a suspected charging issue. So right now it's connecting to the ECU, and here in a second it should display all the ready monitors up top. That didn't take long at all. So there we go, every monitor has been read. And yeah, every car has a different amounts. Like I said, this one's a misfire, fuel, CCM, CATS, evap, O2 sensors, heater. But like I said, we're first off, we're going to dig into that service engine soon light, see what's going on. So you can do a quick scan. This is like a generic, oh, and it is touchscreen. Read codes, you can do this, and it's a lot quicker. It pulls up the codes right away. Right off the bat, we have an evap leak, P0455. Vent control circuit, P0447. That's the same as 44. System to lean. Bank 1. So we have a lean issue, and some of these codes are repetitive. And another nice feature about this is you can connect it to Wi-Fi, and you click this little search button here, and it does like this generic Google search for you. Because let's face it, even mechanics If we don't have access to like all data, or maybe we're, I don't know, say in a parking lot or outside, or don't have access to our computer or laptop, we just Google it on our phone. And believe it or not, you can find a lot of good information out there. So P071, it does a quick generic Google search for you. Let me read it real quick. System too lean. Bank 1 means either too much oxygen or too little fuel in the exhaust. This is a lean condition or a low fuel trim code. Low fuel trim code. Okay, so that gives us the opportunity to look at fuel trims. And for fuel trims, we're going to have to be a little more specific. We're going to click Diagnose. We're going to click... All we have to do is find Nissan, the make, and then it should auto-connect. It should automatically find the year, the model, the trim, and engine and VIN number. It should automatically do all that for you. If it doesn't do it here, it might be the next menu. It's just kind of thinking here for a second. It's loading. And again, this is live timing. I'm not going to edit it down. Manually select or automatically. I'm going to do automatically. And it should populate. There we go. The VIN number, North America, Xterra type. Yeah, it does all this for you. The year. All right. Confirm. Confirm. Yes. Okay, so this is going to get us more in-depth information to the, let's see, system scan. This is going to see what modules it can read. So with this Nissan Xterra, looks like we've got transmission, engine, ABS, and airbag. And what I'm going to be digging into right now is the engine. What I'm going to be looking for is live stream data. Here, read data stream. So read data stream. This is an important feature for technicians, or if you're trying to be a little bit more, trying to get more information than your regular scan tool. Read data stream. This is going to be a, let's see, main signals, ECU. I'm going to do all signals. I'm going to look for something that's related to fuel trims. This looks like air fuel ratio adjustment, bank 1 and bank 2. This looks like it's broken down to a decimal, or this is probably long term. This is probably going to be a short term right here. So it's 120. Basically, it's adding 20% fuel, bank 1, 15% bank 2. So yeah, it's really important to be able to see live stream data like this. Like, for example, I don't know. I'm just going to give it some revs and see what happens to these percentages. A 99 or 100 is basically where it's supposed to be. I like that it gives you a range of low and high, and your fuel trims are supposed to be dead in the middle at 100. Anything more would be lean, and it's having to add fuel. Anything less would be rich, and it's having to take away fuel. Kind of lost focus there. But it's actually slightly lean on both banks, but it's only throwing a code for bank 1. And the fact that it kind of goes down to 100% when I rev it up means that it's lean mostly at idle, which means it's drawing, vacuum. This isn't really like a how to diagnose your car video, but I'm just kind of talking about how I use this data in diagnosing cars. But by giving it some revs and seeing that these, whoa, I gave it too much gas there. It went into a closed loop. But the fact that these drop near 100 when I'm revving it tells me that it's probably a vacuum leak. Either a hose is disconnected or cut, cracked, possibly even a, let's say, intake manifold gasket, anything that's going to cause a vacuum leak under vacuum. The most vacuum, which again is at idle. And when you rev it up, it seems to correct itself. Just taking a quick look under here, I found this vacuum hose disconnected and this one hanging on for dear life. So yeah, it's safe to say we've got some leaks going on here. All right, let's scan the airbag module and see what we can find in there. Let's see, let's exit out of here. Again, this is live time, so you can see how fast this thing processes and kind of thinks. Oh, looks like we're still in the ECU. Let me go back one. Okay, here we go. Airbag. We've got some airbag issues because the light is blinking. Let's see how long. See, it process is pretty quick. I like how quickly this thing connects to modules and reads. Let's off the bat, this is like customer support. Just kind of floats around. If you need any help or information, you can always click that and talk to a representative. Read fault codes. Let's see. Oh, we've got quite a bit of codes for this airbag module. Control unit. Usually control units, that's like computers or modules themselves. So we have a... Oh, I accidentally clicked it, and I did basically an internet search on that issue. Control unit occupancy sensor unit fail. This is usually, there's a sensor that detects if somebody's occupying a seat or not. It detects the weight. You know, if it sees the passenger on a seat, it will activate an airbag, turn on the airbag in the event of a crash. So we've got an issue there. I didn't know that. I thought you had to click the search button, but I guess just by clicking the code, it does a internet search for you. Oh, here we go. Here's a quick description. The occupant sensor suppresses the deployment of a passenger airbag when the condition of the passenger seat is empty. So basically, this is saying when the passenger seat is empty and there's basically no weight detected on this seat, it turns off your passenger airbag because it's not going to be needed. So in the event of a crash, only your driver airbag is going to go off. Why have this deploy when there's no occupants in the seats, right? So that's kind of what that's for. So yeah, this is telling me I have an issue with that, and I've got an issue with a control unit. So yeah, man, this is pretty much a quick rundown. I guess I can go through and show you some more features of this scan tool, because it does a lot more than that. So for $100, this thing, it's a pretty powerful scan tool. On certain makes and models, you can do an O2 sensor test. That'll get your O2 sensor into ready mode, and I'll also notice an evap test, but it's not supported on everything. This one looks like it's not. And of course, you can erase the codes, clear the codes. Cool thing here is you can manually go into an internet browser. Say you want to do another, Google search for some sort of repair or code, YouTube video. You can click in here, or even Amazon. I mean, let's face it, a lot of us nowadays, we get our stuff from Amazon. It's hard to beat the deals, right? So you can get on Amazon, order yourself a car part. Let's see here. Let's see how quickly this thing will process this request. I'm going to type in motor mount, generic search. The browser works pretty quick, or maybe it's just my Wi-Fi that's decent. Yeah, so you can hook up your scan tool, you can pull the code, do some live streaming, figure out what you need, and then you can even get on Amazon and order the part, all in the same little scan tool. That's kind of neat. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful. If you're on the fence about ordering a certain scan tool, I highly recommend this MUCAR scan tool, CDE900. I will put the link in the description. Highly recommend it. It's a really powerful scan tool for the price. You can't really beat it.